and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to once again say, welcome back to Describe Your Kill!
Oh, God!
Yeehaw.
What do you say?
Matty, I've got a bone to pick with you.
Okay, hit me with it.
Get out of my chair, bitch.
I was just keeping it warm.
Let me just slide
Farted
in.
on it.
What are those stains?
Some might say too warm.
Those were already there when I took the throne.
It's quite greasy.
Have you rolled a fortitude save?
Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Describe Your Kill. Hello, players.
Hello, Jim.
I am thrilled to be here. Am I at full health? Not quite, but close enough to start producing the wonder that is the Death of Destiny again. Chris, how are things in your world?
Oh, very good. Thank you very much. Whoop.
Much to
All
report?
good.
Half term at the moment, I think.
Half term at the moment, yeah. So we had a nice couple of days, just bank holiday, went to the pub and saw some animals that were there. Yes, lovely.
Animals at the pub?
Yeah, they had the
One of those
local
pub zoos. Yes.
Yeah, pub zoo, yeah, and a bouncy castle, obviously. So I managed to get on there and jump around a bit.
Just some poor wino trying to fight off a leopard.
Oh no!
They went raccoon
You sure you
spotting.
didn't go to a coliseum, Chris?
What were the pub animals?
No, it's just like a spider. There was a snake.
Spider?
Yeah, you know, like a tarantula.
What, just knocking about?
No, it's like a
Yeah,
traveling,
there was also a rat,
traveling
yeah.
thing. There was an owl, chinchilla,
Dead wasp.
meerkats.
Meerkats
Wow.
at the pub.
Yeah, there was meerkats.
Hang on, you've gone from spider to meerkat.
Yeah, they were all
So
there.
the leopard wasn't that far of a stretch.
No,
it wasn't.
not really.
You went to
What
a
pub
circus
do you-
and had a beer. That's what happened.
There was a
What
local
More than
pub.
one beer.
do you go to?
It's called the Badger.
Oh,
You Norfolk not laughing
You
at me.
can't write
It's true. It's true.
That's amazing.
Craig, I would like to personally thank you for asking Chris how he's doing.
That was. This is. See, I don't even have to write it. I get worried about the intros. No, we'll just let Chris go first.
Was there a badger?
No.
Oh.
They're vicious. They're vicious creatures.
Have you ever seen a live badger? Because they are one of the things on the UK streets. You only really ever see dead
No.
ones.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a live
Yeah,
badger?
Not a live one, no.
Wait, you guys have wild badgers?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, UK badgers
That's
are very
wild.
different to like honey badgers. They're like bigger and probably
They're
not as
pests.
angry, to be
No,
fair.
they're like Wind in the Willows, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google UK badgers now. Hold on.
Oh, that's going to be a
Careful.
porn site, Kimon.
Yeah.
You know it.
Careful,
on.
that's what Jason hosts. What's the
Sponsors, thank you.
sponsor?
those
Sorry.
yeah, sure, okay.
No
It doubles
badgers
as a
in
pub, ironically.
no badgers in Germany.
Yeah, we had a
Kimon.
great weekend. We bought some chinchilla.
Are there badgers in Germany? Hold on, I do not know that.
It's got to be German badger.
No, it only shows up with
A German badger is probably slang for a tank, isn't it?
badgers in Germany are the same kind of animal as badgers in the UK. Guys, we have even more stuff in common than I thought.
Oh, that's cute.
Friendship.
Just when I thought all we had was our shared alcoholism.
So, Kimon, other than the hunt for badgers, what's going on in your world? Anything good?
Not that much, honestly. I've been sitting here and patiently waiting for 5 weeks until we record again. Yes.
That's not strictly true. We, of course, had 2 wonderful flashback sessions and a level up and remaster chat, of course, hosted by Matty. But
Can I
yeah,
just
it
interject
feels like a long
on our little?
Can I interject and say it wasn't
You just
wonderful?
have.
No.
have you thought of another animal?
No.
Okay.
I've got a little admission about our little one shots. I've been
Right.
cheating again. I've been cheating.
Oh my
I
God.
knew Rob had too
Matty,
many
get back in the
Cheated.
chair. Here you go. Come on.
Right.
Cheated.
I am ready to pass judgment after hearing your case. Please proceed.
So I said that when my gizmos went into overdrive as an inventor,
Yes.
Yeah.
and I could use assurance, it auto fails every time. rather than auto succeeds.
Did you actually use assurance? I only remember
I
Command
did.
using assurance.
Yeah, no, I did. I used
That
because
is such
it's
a Chris thing to do.
It's such a Chris thing to do. Yeah, it auto fails by 1 every time. Because assurance doesn't take into account is it proficiency or something like that?
Yeah, it's,
Yes.
Yeah. So it would always auto fail.
It's only your proficiency bonus, not your
Yes.
the other bit.
No, I was
That's
taking into account
insane.
everything else. So
Right,
Okay.
well,
I'm
those
very sorry
mummies
about that.
will be swiftly resurrected and coming to claim their vengeance on you in the
Well,
near future.
spoilers.
Doc
Actually,
couldn't take any more hits.
that episode I'm uploading this evening, so it will be going out tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, a week ago from when we hear this, so I'll just I can now cut in with a little hello everybody. The filthy cheating bastard strikes again. Right, Matty,
You're
how
on your
are
second
you?
strike. Well, now I'm fucking
Pissed
furious.
off.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm just catching up on all the stuff from PaizoCon. So loads of exciting bits and pieces.
Any little tidbits to any highlights, top level you want to share?
I was just watching specifically, and this will come as no surprise, but about the Starfinder stuff, about the first adventures that are coming, and that there's going to be one at kind of higher level play, I think level 10 or something, which sounded very interesting. And yeah, I have just started doing some writing for when the playtest comes out in August. So I'm planning something very fun and special, and I can't wait to do that in August.
Not with us, with the other.
Yeah, yes,
With his
another
other
group,
friends.
my other podcast. Yeah.
Some fella called Matt. Yeah.
Yeah. Great choice in cardigans. Yeah.
Oh, right, guys. I completely forgot.
Oh,
We haven't recorded for a while. Since the last time we played, I have actually turned 21.
Hey!
It's been
Amazing.
almost 2 months now, but yes.
have a birthday hero point, come on.
Oh, I strategically said that so you would give me one. Thank you.
On this roleplay heavy episode.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure Matty forego it, didn't he? He was like, "Nah, you can't have it." That's it might be the second one. I was just listening back actually.
Oh,
Careful.
don't well.
Careful.
Cheat.
We'll have
Oh,
to look.
your notes, not
Cheating.
mine. Come on.
Don't you prod the
Isn't it
badger.
so that's 21, or is it something different for 21? You say it slightly differently, don't you?
20 is not, it's not 20, it would be 20.
Fancy.
21. Happy birthday to Kimone.
Thank you very much.
Okay, right, Jason, how are you? Final person to check in with.
Yeah, I'm good. I finished my European tour.
Oh, where have you been? Remind us.
Sweden and Norway.
Oh,
So,
very
yeah,
Scandinavian.
both very nice. Sweden is amazing. I got off the plane. I was there for like 3 and a bit days. I got off the plane and I didn't see a single cloud until I got back on the plane. It was
Wow.
incredible, considering
Wow.
it's in Scandinavia, and you assume it's going to be is maybe not moose and snow everywhere, but is maybe not the warmest. And it was
That is
absolutely glorious.
No, you have to go to the badger for that.
so weird to hear from a UK citizen that some other place is known for being cloudy. What is that even?
Norway was definitely a bit more of the stereotypical Scandinavian climate.
Yeah, okay.
Right, okay. Is it true, Jason? I've heard that the Swedish population are very beautiful people. Is that true?
I mean, I'm in Norfolk, so it's all relative, isn't it? They weren't shuffling along, dragging extra appendages along the ground, so it's.
Do we have any listeners in Sweden?
Do you have any in Norfolk?
Not anymore. Sweden. I think we might have a
That's
couple
what
of
he was
Swedes.
doing, though. It was his promotional tour.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, got off the plane, straight through customs with my shirt saying "I love Dick." Yeah.
Shh, no spoilers on the
Arrested
merch.
you on the spot.
Not in Sweden.
We've heard of you.
Yeah.
So here we are. Several weeks. I don't actually know how many weeks it has been since we all recorded. My opinion is it has been too many weeks because, gentlemen, it is time to play some Pathfinder. Big hype guy. Does anyone remember what the fuck's going on? That's the next
I
question.
think there was a dog.
There was something about
My mum is
a
dead.
mum's skull, yeah.
Yeah, Karen
Or a
hasn't yet been
mummy.
buried. Her body is still warm.
Luckily, I have done a short little recap just to bring us all up to speed, mainly for our benefit, probably more than the listeners. So, you managed to clear the 6 portals located within a Harrow Heart, claiming the 6 further cards from the Deck of Destiny. The final portal contained the theatre card, and it's where we also met and saw the demise of Malachi's poor mother, Karen Bordello, just a couple of days ago in-game. Her body now resides in Harrow Heart awaiting burial. Our band of now level 13 heroes not only leveled up, but went through a complete remaster and are residing at the moment 2 days' travel from Harrow Heart, having spent their last couple of days epitomizing the remaining Harrow cards. This included the theatre, manifesting within the village outside of the castle, the big sky, where you can use athletics to punch curses and get rid of them, the empty throne, where you can sacrifice gold in order to try and gain fortune effects. I will remind you, Chris, Malachi, that you did crit succeed on your attempt, so you have that for 1 month, one of your skill checks, because of course you remembered, just in case. And finally,
He had 7 already.
Finally, the snake bite, where you can attempt to harvest and gather poisons, which is where our adventure continues. As I said, for us as players, it has been several long weeks, but for our party, just a few minutes have passed. I'm going to take you to the Harrow Heart map, and for the first time in a long time, say, over to you.
Oh,
So,
here we go.
yeah, so we were at the stage where we were debating whether we were going to whether we were going to harvest any poisons or anything.
Yeah, you've just epitomized this location. Yeah, the snake bite.
Yeah. So I don't know what how the rest of the group feels around this one. I'm not in any tremendous rush to do that. I probably, slightly outside of character, need to do a little bit of digging into poisons, whether any of them are viable, because Lupin is trained in crafting, so I could extract some if there was an appetite to use them.
Sure, and you've not had very long to look it up either, so that's probably...
No, exactly. It's so yeah, if
It's only been a week.
yeah, exactly. You just said a few minutes, mate. Come
Yeah,
on.
exactly. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jason.
So yeah, it is. I think maybe unless someone is like absolutely bursting at the seams to really, really get into some poisons right now, I think that's maybe something we can come back to. We're not, to the best of our knowledge, about to stumble into combat anytime soon, unless someone is planning on poisoning Malachi tonight. It's.
I think his chili is the best.
Malachi is still mourning. It's been only 2 or 3 days since he saw his mother brutally murdered in front of him.
Right, that's true.
Anyone wanting some poisons, though? Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah, not relevant for Aaron.
Yeah, I don't think I would be interested.
Yeah, Wilhelm would, if we are standing at the edge of this swamp area, refuse to enter it just because of its association to the snakebite.
Yeah, I think then if that's the case, is right. Well, we've epitomized it. We know what it does. We've still got, I believe we've still got cards to epitomize, haven't we?
You do not, actually,
Do we
Jason.
not? Was that the
I
last
think we
one?
did it
Okay.
all, yeah.
Shows how much attention I was paying to the recap just then. Thanks for that, Greg, by the way.
Put your heart and soul into it, and we.
Yeah.
He's not done any poisons. He's not listened to the notes. It's a fucking
This is me getting my
shambles.
own back for you saying I don't interact with anything, so I'm just leaning into it now.
Yeah, fair enough. No, I'll take it. So, yeah, really, the time of day, I honestly can't remember, but I'm going to say it's sort of the end of the day, and you are about 2 days' travel from Harrow Heart to go back there. I hope that everyone has noticed that I've made significant upgrades to the hex map. So,
Yeah.
Have you?
Looks good.
yes,
Everything's labelled.
yes, everything's labelled and nicely scaled. But
I
yeah,
wanted
about
the
2
wrong
days'
square.
travel back across. You've just epitomised the empty throne to the northeast, the big sky to the north, and you've already epitomised the Carnival, which is just south of Harrowheart, and the Rabbit Prince, which is a considerable distance away in the southwest. What do you do?
How far would we be from the big sky sort of terrain hex?
It's about 12 miles across one of the hexes, so I'd say probably about half of that, about 6 miles.
How far is that in metric?
It's about 10 kilometers.
Oh, okay, that's pretty manageable then.
Is there something you wanted to do there?
Yeah, Wilhelm would ask the crew if... let me just... let's get the old dusty voice out. Yes. Friends, before we head back to Harrowheart, I would like to ask you if we could stop by that glassy desert terrain again. There's something I would like to check out.
Yes, of course. It is a relatively short diversion, I suppose. It's less than half a day's travel.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why not. Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron agrees.
It's not like we have a rotting corpse waiting for us. Sorry, Malachi. That wasn't in character. I swear.
It's completely ignoring you. All right, so to hop across there, you're talking sort of 3 to 4 hours to get across.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Would we still be able to do that before night?
Sure, yeah, I'm not going to be too strict on timings because
Okay.
A, I don't really remember, but it doesn't really matter. So the only difference is on the big sky. So I will say you get there, but it is nightfall. So when you arrive at this now plateau of mirrored desert, rather than the baking heat, as you approach that biome, it's now the chilly cold that you would be facing once there.
Cool.
Wait, how long did we say this whole thing would take if we were to try to remove a curse of some sort?
You have to spend an hour meditating there.
Oh, that's not that much. Okay.
You're then you'd have to endure the heat for that hour, and every 10 minutes you're going to take the 2d6 extreme cold. So 6 times 2, so 12d6 cold damage, unless you have a way to mitigate that.
In that case, because Wilhelm has enough hit points to endure that at max damage, so assuming we would have a day of travel ahead of us back to Harrowheart, it wouldn't really make a difference. So Wilhelm, as we arrive at this plateau, would turn to the group and say, "Right, I'm going to be back in about an hour."
Wilhelm, if I may, if you're planning on heading into the desert, I could perhaps offer you some magical protection from cold. And Lupin produces a scroll of Endure Elements from his pack that he prepared this morning, knowing that we were heading into the desert. Annoyingly, I cannot seem to find it in the compendium, which is really annoying.
Perhaps it's changed, but it's in the legacy thing. So Endure Elements, would it be a 3rd level?
Yes.
Yeah, so you would be protected from severe heat and cold until you make your next daily prep. And I think it is severe. Oh, no, hang on.
If it's heightened to 3rd, it's severe cold and heat.
Yes, I believe, though. Let me just quickly check. It's extreme cold.
Boo hiss.
So
does that mean you don't get
apologies.
any protection from it, or is it just reduced? Or
I'm going to rule that it's none because it's a bit like there's no like half measures on stuff. You either do or you
Yeah,
don't.
that's true.
yeah, okay, fine.
How much was the damage? Sorry.
It's
6 per
2d6 every 10 minutes. And of course, Wilhelm's going to spend an hour. So it would be 12d6 in total.
Is that stacking or not?
It's just 2d6 every 10 minutes.
Yeah, but how much is it?
Oh, incremental would be insane, but no. It's
Shut up, Jason.
Well, if you're going out there, it's pretty cold here. I think you can take this. It's protected me quite a bit, especially in that Sidisrax fight and then some of the heat. But you can change it so the cold of the night is you've protected from it.
wait. What are you giving me exactly? Sorry,
You could take this this Brass Dwarf card I've got, and he opens up his book,
Oh,
slides it out. You've done so much for me, so here's my little thing for you.
Are you sure you're willing to part with it for this time?
If it protects you and we get you back in one piece,
That's
of course.
That's very kind of you, Malachi. Thank you.
But I want
And
it back, mind.
He turns around and runs, never to be seen again.
To live with the rabbit prince.
Yeah. He takes the brass dwarf and tries to attune with it. I don't know how this.
Yeah, no, you just have to invest the card. So that's good, Kimone. Just as a reminder for the listeners, the brass dwarf enables its bearer to gain resistance to acid, cold, electricity, fire, mental, poison, or sonic, and resistance equal to your level. So it would give you cold resistance 13, which on 2d6 is pretty much going to save you there.
Negate.
Wilhelm channels the card. I'm guessing because it's nightfall, you guys going to make camp or something in the slightly more temperate regions?
I will accompany Wilhelm and just watch over your meditation. You shouldn't go into the desert alone.
Okay, so you are going to take that damage.
No, I won't. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Oh, have a
Basically,
hero
the
point.
ruling
Fuck
for that
off.
man just doesn't want to take the
You can have a hero point, Matt. That's good. You'll always get me with Disney, you bastard. And why is that?
Because 1 second.
No. He's gone to get his
Turn the lights
Disney
on,
cloak
sorry.
on.
Turning to the brass dwarf, you
His
merely
princess
adopted
comes back
the
as
cold
armor.
resistance.
Comes back as
I
armor.
was born in it.
Olaf the Ashen.
in it.
Why?
So, because of where Aaron grew up in the Stormspear Mountains, he is a winter-touched human. He doesn't feel the cold. In fact, at level 13, I have a resistance of 11 to cold damage.
Wow. That seems high.
Yeah, because he's incredibly he's descended from the might get the pronunciation wrong, the Irasini ice witches.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, he has a magical ancestral resistance to cold damage.
So you get 11, and Wilhelm has got... Actually, Wilhelm saying it, 13. You can't... You won't take any, will you?
No, I don't think I am physically able to take
No, my
damage from
terrible maths
2d6.
there. I was thinking, well, he might take one. No, Aaron might, though. Okay, so Aaron is
might
going to
take one.
accompany Wilhelm into the desert. Lupin, what are you going to do?
Lupin is already starting the campfire.
Okay.
He's going nowhere.
Malachi staying put.
Yeah, I'll stay with Lupin. Yeah.
All right. And
I hear so much as the first note of Kumbaya, you're in trouble.
The ground shines wide and the mountains tonight.
So Wilhelm and Aaron make their way onto this glassy, slightly eerie desert plain. The moon is out, the stars are shining, but these are not constellations you recognize. Of course, this is a new realm and dimension. And as you step onto this mirrored plane, the chill from the night air that you feel begins to seep into your clothes that you wear, bits of frost manifesting on your weapons, but in yourselves, you feel pretty, cozy, and warm. Wilhelm, what are you doing?
As soon as Wilhelm has wandered enough to feel that he's within reach of this magical effect, he would like to lay down his rapier next to him and sort of drop to his knees and assume a kind of meditative, I don't know how you pronounce that word.
You got it.
Position, and close his eyes and try to focus on whatever it is that connects him to this creature that killed Karen, and attempts to cut ties with it, even if this is not the way it works. I have no idea, but he attempts.
Okay. And so you sit down in this position, this maybe slightly pious position. What does Aaron do whilst this is happening? What's going through his mind watching this?
Aaron will give Wilhelm a bit of space and will be circling in a perimeter a few meters away with his staff out, just kind of keeping an eye on the horizon. I think, we know that this is a safe space, this realm that we've created, but I'm trying to just put myself in the position of being in this huge, vast land and of different landscapes, and there is still that sort of disconcerting feeling, particularly in the desert where there's just nothing, right? And
Sure.
no one. So, yeah, I think he's just kind of focused outwards rather than disturbing Wilhelm's privacy in this moment.
So again, as a reminder, this location would be used for character to remove a curse. And of course, curses are a mechanical process. Wilhelm doesn't, as far as I'm aware, know that he's being affected by a curse, but he wants to come here and try and sever this bond, perhaps. Is that right, Wilhelm? Just thinking about the experiences.
From his perspective, it could be a curse. As last session, I think it was, he showed and told Malachi his claw and his growths that form all over his body, and for all he knows, it could be a curse. He doesn't know, so
Sure.
he just tries what he can.
I really like it. What I'm going to do for this one, though, because it's an unknown, I'm going to ask you to roll that athletics check,
Yeah.
but I'm going to ask you to roll it secretly.
Okay. I assumed.
Wilhelm, you spend the hour meditating in this position, looking inside yourself, looking for some reason, for some purpose of why this has been happening to you. Unfortunately, you don't feel any sense of great relief within you. You don't feel any different. The change that you're looking for doesn't exist here. But I really loved the roleplay element of it.
Well, that was a waste of time. No,
Raising my tits off here.
Yeah. After the hour, Wilhelm just silently opens his eyes, stands up, and puts all of his stuff back wherever it was on his person, and turns toward Aaron and just nods and waits for Aaron to get ready to go.
Aaron walks over. Did you get what you were looking for?
I'm not sure. I mean, not precisely what I was looking for, but at least I'm a step closer to knowing what I am looking for.
And Aaron nods, and the two walk back towards the group.
Malachi has a guitar out.
Lupin is very
as you
pointedly
approach,
shining his pistol.
has a chef's cleaver in his hand behind him. You have but a second to react.
As Lupin is chopping up carrots, Malachi is just asking him calmly why he's sitting in a cauldron.
Frozen songs.
Why he's sitting in the cauldron. That's good. That's good. Okay, so you make camp for the night. You cook your meals. Possibly spy a badger in the forests of Harrowheart. Wild and free. You awaken the next day feeling refreshed. It's now been 3 days since the trauma of the theatre card. How's Malachi feeling, Chris?
Yeah, still very fragile. He probably wouldn't actually be singing all that much. Kind of doing his own little bit of writing down of songs and notes in his little book. Just still reflecting a little bit. He's still not the same as he was. Now he's lost his mother, really. As you would,
Sure.
Death doesn't, there's always you never fully recover from something like that, I don't think. Yeah.
No.
And Malachi wouldn't either. So yeah, still not quite the Malachi you knew before.
Okay, what do you guys want to do?
As we sit at the fire and eating whatever we're eating.
Where's my arm gone? Where's my arm gone? Where's my fucking arm gone?
Yeah, Wilhelm would go over to Malachi and give him back his brass dwarf, and
No, thank you.
he'd say, "Thank you again for this. If you ever need one of mine, just feel free to ask. I would gladly return the favor."
Thank you, Wilhelm.
So Aaron goes over to Lupin. Mr. Malice, have you while we were away, I don't suppose you've done any thinking about, well, what happens next? Have you got any clues? I thought that with completing the portals that there would be a little bit of an indication as to what we needed to do next. I don't suppose you've had any kind of brain bolts of wisdom?
I'm afraid not, Aaron. As I've been racking my brains, I've been doing all the research I'm able while we've been very mobile, but I'm afraid I've got no idea where we can go. There are occasional mentions here and there of cards of immense power, but they're very fragmented. There's no real consistency to them. It's as loath as I am to say it. It would appear that perhaps our best chance is waiting for the next cards to make themselves known to us. Is if nothing else, the existing cards, and he sort of turns the paladin over in his hands absent-mindedly. They found us. It may be that our only option is to wait for the next ones to find us.
It's true, the cards do seem to move in mysterious ways. Well, shall we make tracks and head back to Harrowheart? Or is there anything else that you or... boys, is there anything else you want to do while we're here? Should we head back to Harrowheart?
Well, I think that's the only place really that we're going to find some more cards probably.
Okay.
I'm up for that.
All right, so what leads do you think you've got to follow? Maybe let's start there.
So the one I didn't particularly mention there, mainly because I couldn't think of the name in the moment, and we can always bring it up in the morning, was the this other group.
Yes.
The Band of Blades.
Band of Blades, that's it. Yeah, I knew it was the Band of something, but I kept going to Brothers, and I knew it wasn't the Band of Brothers.
The Band of Brothers is...
That would be
They don't sound evil at all.
Wasn't it there was some stairs as well, wasn't there?
There was.
What's the stairs
the Storval stairs.
Storval
Well
stairs.
done, Kimone. He's got his law.
Yes.
The law whore is out tonight. Storval stairs, home.
I have 5 lines of notes. Those were 3 of them.
Okay. What were the other 2?
Dresden, whatever he's called.
Whoa, hang on, he's dropping all the hints.
Justin,
yes.
Justin Timberlake.
Yes. And and it says Varnev the Butcher, and then in
brackets dead? Question mark.
In brackets deceased.
Yeah. Pretty good notes. I think they're pretty pertinent. Yeah. So yeah, you have learned that this mercenary group that has been pursuing you are called the Band of Blades. You did learn that their base is the Storval Stairs, and that they were operating under the banner of a person called Dresden. They are your leads, I guess, that you have at the moment.
Are we sure that they were following us instead of following the cards? Because in some places they arrived before us.
Indeed.
Aye.
In most, even.
Have we... I assume we've smashed cut forwards to breakfast here.
Yeah. Next day. We're next day, yeah.
It wouldn't be a Describe to Kill episode without a breakfast sequence.
Exactly, so yeah, Lupin's munching on a croissant as he speaks.
Croissants.
Lupin is a very croissant adjacent man.
What is a croissant adjacent man?
Yeah, no, I know what it is. I know exactly what
it is. I think regardless of whether they are after us or the cards, is sooner or later it's likely to lead them to our door. The question I have is, how are they traveling so quickly? We are using magical portals we didn't know existed several weeks ago. How are they not only getting there, but getting there before us?
Let me propose a wild theory, and I don't know if I'm way off on this, but who says that we are the only ones that got cards and the ability to use them, and who says that we are the only ones who managed to create Harrowheart or the Harrow Court? Maybe there's several. Maybe they have their own arrow court.
That's feasible.
Yes, that is indeed possible.
I like the idea they're living upstairs and you've just never bumped into each other.
Yeah, keep passing. Yeah.
Has anyone actually ever explored the upper reaches of
It's
Harrogate?
just the
There's
other
a
side
door.
of the kitchen. We've
There's-
never got in there.
Milton
There's
is
a door
abandoned
right
place.
behind Groldo that leads to their rooms.
All right, so is the plan to head back to Harrow Heart at least? Is that where we want to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So
I think we'd need to find out where the Storval stairs is, isn't it, as well? That's
I
probably...
think we found that out.
I thought we tried to check and then we failed.
I think one of us made the society check, and we know which region they're in.
unless you guys have made notes, I don't have any record that you did either even try. Come on.
Okay,
I could be
then
wrong, but I don't have
I
any
don't
notes
know.
on
Maybe I'm lying. I have
I
no
don't
idea.
remember it, but that's not necessarily an
that.
indicator.
Apologies to
either.
listeners, it has been about 2 months since we last played us. Okay, all right, so I'm going to move time forwards. It's going to take you the rest of the day to travel back through the far more pleasant and temperate regions of the farmlands surrounding Harrow Heart, passing through little villages, little makeshift farms, people going about their days, greeting you on the road, and you all end up back in Harrow Heart. And as you enter the Great Hall, there's no significant changes in terms of the place doesn't look much different. There is one key difference, is at the back wall, 4 of the portals on that northern wall are once again glowing. Several servants are milling about, performing various duties. What do you do?
Is Milton there?
Milton is there.
Oh, I've missed him. Milton, what
Sire?
happened with the portals at the north? When did they erupt back into life?
Sire, it would appear that 4 of the portals appeared last night, maybe 24 hours ago.
Can I just confirm, are these the same portals that we'd been through previously? Or are they different colours? Or
They're the same suits.
the
above
same
the door.
suits?
Me or the sire? Milton breaks.
No,
Beep, boop, beep,
no.
boop.
I'm perceptioning rather than listening to Milton.
Okay.
It seizes up.
So the 4 portals that are lit, the suit of keys, books, stars, and crowns. But these were certainly not lit when you left.
Only 4.
Only 4.
Aaron's going to move up to the suit of keys gateway and get
Roll a
close
reflex
enough.
save. No. Okay.
And get close enough to peer inside.
Ooh, okay. Aaron stepped bravely forwards towards the suit of keys portal. And as you step up and peer through, Aaron, you see rolling grasslands that feature a magnificent view of an immense flight of stairs sized for giants and humans alike, ascending to the top of a 500-foot high cliff. The stairs are flanked to either side by massive statues of an imperious bald man in robes, clutching a book and a pole arm.
Stairs! Quick, everyone, come here! Come here! Look through this portal, there's stairs!
This is probably just a different set of Storval
I
stairs.
was just because.
Sire.
He seems very excited about stairs. Has he not seen stairs before? Wait till he sees ladders.
Do they look Storval in any way?
If you would like
Got
to...
it written on them.
be handy, wouldn't it? If you'd like to roll a society check or an appropriate law check, stair law, or anything like that.
Stair law. Standard stair lift.
Stair lift law, yeah. I'd allow you to do so.
I've got Bardic. No, it's only 15 now. Was it Society?
Natural 20!
There you go.
Do they look Storval, DM?
Wilhelm, they look Storval as fuck.
Oh!
You are looking out. God knows how Wilhelm knows, but yes, these are 100% the Storval stairs. And with a natural 20, I can probably tell you a little bit more. Would you like to know?
Yes, please!
Oh, there's so much lore, so much lore.
Yum, yum, yum.
Okay,
Gobble, gobble,
I'm
gobble.
writing. Here
These
we
are
go.
the infamous Storval Stairs. The Storval Stairs serve as a vital trade route between the Varisian lowlands and the arid Storval Plateau. They are located about 1,700 miles away from Absalom, way up in the northwestern lands of Arisia. Or for a more recent comparison, they are less than 200 miles to the east of a little town called Riddleport.
No.
Yes.
I imagine what's happening is, as well as Lupin hasn't quite got to the rest of the party yet. He was over at the other side looking at Crown, so he's walking across, and obviously, I would presume, having been to Riddleport before, would perhaps recognise the region.
He quite possibly would, yeah.
Yeah, but as he's not got there yet...
What if it was so insignificant in Lupin's memory? He's like, where do I know Riddleport from?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Wait,
No,
why
so
does
old,
that
he's
look
forgotten.
so familiar?
Not important. Is this a crossover episode?
I think I fought a dog here once or something.
Mr. Cloudshin. So yeah, you are 100% sure, Wilhelm. Do you share this with your party?
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
go.
Willem turns to the rest of the group and says, "Guys, do not ask me how I know this, but all of this came to me at once. These are the Storval stairs. And yes, there's law that you've just heard.
Well,
What
I
he
think I've
said.
heard him as well.
As I have just told you guys, there's a lot of things going on with these stairs. But most importantly, this is where the Band of Blades reside. But, and I'm gonna ask you this out of caution. If this is a direct gateway to the Band of Blades, if these portals work the way they always did, there's a card waiting there. Would it not be the smarter choice to check whether the other portals might be safer to go through first and maybe, I don't know, collect some more tools before we face these, as far as we know, dozens of trained fighters?
Who are you and what have you done with Wilhelm?
I had some time to reflect on my behaviors.
Well, I think the real question is, which of the portals has the GM prepared for this mission?
Yes, let's go for stars. I don't think he's done that one. Yeah.
I'll take door number 3.
Let's do what Wilhelm's suggesting. Let's have a cursory look just through the other ones.
Let's at least have a look. Yeah, look at the other ones. While Aaron was looking through the other one, Wilhelm had actually gone to the other side and was looking through the Portal of Crowns. What would he have seen there?
So unlike the other portals, when you looked through, revealed different destinations, Lupin, when you look through the Crown portal, Aaron stepping up to the tomes, the views within each portal are identical.
Ooh. So Aaron looking through the suit of tomes, doorway, Lupin doing the same. I think they arrive at the same conclusion and probably catch eyes. And he says, well, just as I was raising the question of what to do next, it seems like Harrowheart knows where to send us.
Indeed. If I'm well aware, I'm quite a long way out on the speculation here, but it's possible that if this is indeed the Storval Stairs, and this is the location of the Band of Blades, who we believe to be collecting other Harrow cards, they've found the 4 cards these portals point to.
Oh my god. Why didn't I figure that out?
Lupin, why are you like this? I feel stupid. I feel stupid whenever I'm near you.
Yes, well, I only surround myself with parties where I'm the smartest one. It's it's an unfortunate habit I picked up down the years.
No, you don't.
What's Boomlick doing here?
I would like to point out that the view through it, these stairs are massive, but they are a considerable distance from where you're seeing in the portal. You're not going to be stepping through to the base of the stairs where these grasslands which were greenish, suddenly become this kind of arid brown as it gets towards the stairs. If it would be helpful for you, I've got a couple of images of what the Storval stairs look like. They're kind of artist's impressions, but I think that might help at least set the scene a little bit.
That would definitely help, thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to share the best one first. I'm going to put this in the WhatsApp, and we'll put these on the Discord as well. You're getting different angles, and remember these are artistic impressions, but this one's a pretty good interpretation of it.
Ooh.
Okay.
So you are probably at least 800 feet away from this, maybe 1,000 feet away from the foot of the stairs, at least looking through the portal in the hazy mists. But you see these stone steps, and what they don't show on there is there's steps which are bigger and then steps which are smaller, probably for humans and for the giants that used to control these. And then there are these buildings to the left and right of the stairs, which would be the north and south, where there are clearly more alcoves and bits and pieces going on, but there is very clearly this main staircase. And looking through the mist, you see these stairs, and there is activity on them, but because it's so far away, it's incredibly hard to make out. I'm going to share another image quickly. This one's a far more artistic interpretation, showing the cliffs, and then on the left-hand side there, you kind of see the staircase going up through the canyon to reach the plateau at the top.
Well, I think it's time that we take the leap, gentlemen, unless there's anything else we will need to be doing. Ready your weapons.
Let's do it.
I don't want to be a buzzkill here, but
Oh god, here we go.
don't we have a mother to bury?
We?
She was a mother to all of us in a
No,
way.
I thought she'd got taken away and like interred.
She's in
and
gentle
stuff.
repose. Yeah.
Sire, if I may, your mother is entombed within the resting rooms of Harrow Heart. A couple of our servants regularly cast gentle repose on her whilst going to town on her corpse.
Milton and Groldo just running a train on.
Oh my god!
I don't know if Chris is crying or Malika.
Fucking hell.
Jesus!
I think I'm doing both at the same time.
He's just.
Flip reverse it. Well, thank you, Milton. That's very kind. I think that we're gonna.
That's very kind.
He's got him.
That's very kind, Milton.
Very kind.
You take care of my mom
Railing
like
my
a-
mother's corpse.
Oh God, it's been a long time. It hurts to laugh, but it's still here. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris.
We did it! We made Matt wheeze!
He walked off as well. We got a walk off. So to answer your question, no, she's fine.
Good. I'm glad. I'll come back to her in a bit.
Right, someone do something, please.
I can't.
Okay, in that case, then, if that's all right with you, Malachi, I would say let's, waiting wouldn't give us anything. Let's just go.
Okay.
Let's all step through.
Step through the portal.
Riffling.
I
Riffle,
forgot my
riffle.
lunchbox, guys.
Oh dear.
I'm going to switch map and tell you that you step through the portal and find yourselves behind a ring of shelters, hide and straw, where a large campfire burns in the middle of this camp. The Storval stairs are located several hundred feet to the east across rolling grasslands, which quickly become arid and desert-like. Sitting around the fire in a loose circle you see 10 rugged and sturdy-looking humans dressed in practical leathers and hides, faces painted with war paint and engraved with tattoos. They exude an air of formidable resilience. Camp is dotted with essential tools such as flint for fire starting, handcrafted snares for trapping game, and the tents made from hides. The humans appear to be engaged in a heated debate.
Can we overhear?
You probably could overhear, yes. Roll perception checks.
Oh my god, it's a natural 18.
It's a natural 16.
Jason's feeling better.
Yes.
Total 33 for
You've all
Aaron.
smashed it. Yeah, you're only listening.
Wasted it on listening. That's my one good roll for the next 6 months.
See, that's your problem. You keep saying you're wasting good rolls. No good roll is wasted here.
Exactly, Kimone, thank you.
Only mine.
So as you listen, you can see one female who clearly is leading this discussion or debate. You can hear some people are pissed off and some seem okay, and some are clearly saying that they believe it is time to leave the Storval stairs, that they have waited long enough. Another says that they should seek assistance elsewhere and return to their homes. But the leader, who you kind of overhear, her name is Shaldar. She's trying to convince these people that help will soon arrive, that they've been in this position before, and that they have always managed to retake the stairs whenever there has been this problems that they've had to overcome.
Are they speaking common?
They are speaking common.
It sounds like they're looking for assistance.
Huge surprise.
Why would they want to take back the stairs and not what's up the stairs?
I would imagine it's probably one leading to the other. But do they look armed?
Some of them are definitely armed. There are not primitive weapons, but they look like they would be rangers or nomads. There are hunting tools and, as I say, snares. There are animals within the camp. There's a badger. There's
I was just about to say.
there's a spider. There's a meerkat.
A cheetah.
Fighting a rhino.
Just like being at home.
They look formidable, but yet there are weapons, but they're not. Some of them are kind of on weapons racks, and there's leathers that are being dried and hides and things like that.
Aaron, can you feel any magical resonance in this area?
Hold on. I'll check. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
You don't detect any magic, certainly nothing of any strength. No, this is all standard weaponry and standard equipment that these people have. The leader, I do have artwork for her. I will share that with you now, Matt, if you want to describe her for me.
She looks like one of the what they called, like the Dormelage. I might be pronouncing that wrong, from Black Panther. One of the like Kingsguard of Black Panther.
Wakandan.
Bald-headed, dark skin, tattooed on the crown, and wearing this kind of bronzed breastplated armor by the looks of things. But yeah, really piercing stare and formidable leader-like.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to roll society and kind of...
Yeah.
Give that a go.
Keeping in mind that she's armored, would this be eligible for warfare law? To kind of figure out what... Okay.
Yeah.
Would Lupin get a bonus based on the fact he's been through the region before? Admittedly, a long time ago, but...
Sure, give yourself a +2.
Yep.
31 on warfare law.
31, okay. And Malachi with a 24. 31. Yeah, 31's probably enough. Lupin, do you want to roll?
Ooh, natural 16 for 33.
Yeah, good enough. These are humans. These are people known as the Shoanti. Anyone familiar with them as players?
That name rings a bell. Have they come up in another thing we've done?
I'm sure they've come up, maybe not in other things we've done, but I think maybe Glass Cannon, in space, maybe the Shoanti space version Starfinder.
Sounds familiar.
Anyway, 33 is enough, though, to give you a bit of information about these people. The Shoanti are human. They are often nomadic people who live in the Storval Plateau and the Velashu uplands regions of Varizia, as well as the holds of Belkson and the lands of the Linnorn Kings. So you are a long way from Kansas, Dorothy. These people are tribal. There are 7 key tribes, and each of those tribes is associated with a different belief or structure. So some will follow animals. And looking at them with a 33, Lupin, I can tell you that this you would recognize as the Hawk clan, the Shri Kiri Kwa meaning clan, that they revere animals as holy and mystic, and they have a very strong connection to animals and the land. They are viewed by some as barbaric, or certainly barbarians, although they've never necessarily exhibited any of those traits. They tend to be people who help and defend and uphold nature and uphold the land.
Nice.
Okay, so Lupin will obviously share that with the group. I'm not aware that they are typically hostile to outsiders, although some caution would obviously be advisable. But I would suggest if we are going to approach, we should attempt to do so from a position of diplomacy first. So weapons away, gentlemen.
Okay, maybe we should just approach and show them that we're not armed or looking for a fight.
Indeed. So Lupin will, I was going to say he's sheathed his sword cane, but I don't believe he unsheathed it. So, he will sort of nod to the others and sort of start to head towards the group, sort of waving his arms above his head.
Do you all follow?
Yep.
Step through. This leader, this bald woman with the hawk or eagle tattoo on her head, spots you immediately, and rather than being concerned, she raises her arms to silence the rest of the debate and says, it seems we have visitors. Please step forward and announce yourselves. The Shriri Kwa offers you shelter and sustenance if you mean us no harm.
Good day. I thank you for your hospitality. My name is Lupin Malus, and these are my companions, Aaron, Malachi, and Wilhelm. He points to them individually.
I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
We have travelled here from some distance away. We've been transported here by magical means, it would appear. May I ask, have you seen others in the region lately? Other outsiders, should I say?
Lupin, describe outsiders. The Shriri Kwa are used to adventurers, heroes, aiding us at our time of need. In fact, we were just having a discussion because we have been forced from our home, and beckons towards the Storval stairs. When you say others, are we not all others until we become acquainted?
Indeed, yes. If you want to get philosophical with it, we could stand here and chat about
for
that.
3 hours.
Wonderful. Lupin cracks his knuckles and takes a seat.
Yes.
Who forced you from your home?
And you can see that some of the other clan members are getting a little bit agitated. There's no weapons being drawn, but they're kind of starting to talk up and saying, we were in the, Shaldar, we were in the middle of this. How can you allow these? We don't know who they are. You can't trust them.
And Aaron, rather boldly for Aaron, steps forward and says, please, I mean no offense. It's only that I know what it feels like to lose your home. And he looks at the leader dead in the eye. He says, I meant it with nothing but sincerity for your plight.
And she looks at her and she says, tribespeople of the Shriri Kwa, I promised you good fortune. I promised you that friends would come to aid us as they always have aided the Shriri Kwa. This may be our time. Hush your disgruntled tones. Prepare them a meal. Please, sit. We have much to discuss. and some of them suddenly kind of shift away, and the cook then kind of makes room for you, serves you food, and gets you a drink as well as you sit down with her. Tell me, where have you come from?
That is perhaps a more challenging question to answer than you may realize. We've come from a location we know of as the Harrow Heart. It's a location potentially a long, long, long way away from here. May not even be on this plane. But we've been transported there by what we believe are some exceptionally powerful magical items, and we've been led to this location by a portal from there. I'm aware that is quite the information dump. I hope you will understand my desire to be upfront with you.
Magical items. Yes, I am familiar. One appeared in my possession recently.
Lupin tilts his head and reaches into his jacket pocket and
for the gun.
Hand it over. And produces the paladin card. If you will forgive my directness, did it happen to look anything like this? And he hands the paladin card over.
She clearly has excitement in her eyes, taking the card from you. She says, Shririqua, look what the strangers bring. A card to match my own. This must be for you then, Lupin Malice. She reaches into her own pocket and produces and gives you a Harrow card in return.
Ooh.
It's face down, so I can prepare.
As Lupin slowly turns it over.
Yeah, slowly.
Lupin, as she hands you this card, you feel that familiar surge of energy because Shaldar has given you a card from the deck of Destiny. Turning it over, this card is called the Locksmith.
Ooh, Locksmith.
It cannot be coincidence that someone bearing a card similar to my own would step through to our humble camp whilst we overlook the devastation the Band of Blades has wrought upon the Storval stairs.
Lupin raises an eyebrow at the mention of the Band of Blades.
Are you familiar?
Again, you'll forgive the somewhat indirectness of my answer. We are aware of the Band of Blades. We may not have met them directly yet, but we have traveled to several portals that are dealing with the aftermath of their visit. It would appear that we may finally have caught up to them.
Your assumptions would be correct, Lupin Malice. We of the Shririqua have protected the Storval stairs for many years. Although we have faced setbacks, the Band of Blades have proved particularly troublesome. Several weeks ago, they invaded, and we were unable to defend our stronghold. They now control the passageway from the Verizian lowlands to the Storval plateau, and we have been unable to reclaim it. Our forces were not strong enough to contend with such power.
How many are we talking here?
The problem is not necessarily of numbers, it is of power. There are at least a dozen mercenaries, but they have allied with some powerful creatures known as harpies, as well as a stone giant. They likely have other allies as well, but these perhaps lurk deeper in the underground chambers to the north or south of the stairs. We tended to not venture there for fear of... Well, not for fear. We had no need. Our job was to control and allow safe passage. But since they have taken the stairs, they charge exorbitant fees, taking the money from humble travelers seeking to cross the stairs.
This is troubling, if unsurprising. It's, however, as loath as I am to insert ourselves into the matters of a faraway a faraway community, we do appear to have impending business with the Band of Blades. Is perhaps when we pay them a visit, we can discuss their onward travel arrangements. Lupin smiles faintly.
Out of curiosity, that's the word. Out of curiosity, that card that appeared in your possession, when do you think that, when would you reckon that appeared? Like, roughly a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago?
I will be honest, Wilhelm. My attentions have been spread elsewhere since we have been removed from our normal base of operations. I have not had time to pursue my own belongings or my interests have been with the clan. We set up camp here, and it seems the Band of Blades will tolerate us being here. I discovered the card but a few days ago. Whether or not it has been there longer, it could well have been, possibly weeks.
Okay, thank you anyway.
I'm a bit of a hoarder. I have too much stuff in my handbag. It's really, my husband is furious about it.
Is there a badger in there?
No.
Good.
3 badges emerge from her back.
She's just 3 badges in a trench coat.
I couldn't tell you exactly. I discovered the card 3 days ago. I was aware it was powerful. I saw it as an omen that help would come. The Shoanti have always received aid from parties in their greatest time of need. It is the nature and the will of the gods to send such aid when we require it. I will admit, the aid came much later this time than I had anticipated or indeed willed.
It appears you were right anyway.
Yes, it does. All hail Shaldar Falls Far.
Is this a cult?
Yes.
Gentlemen, I do not wish to speak for the group, but it would appear that our primary and secondary objectives appear to have converged here. This is
Seems so, yes.
Yes, and if there's anything we can do to help these people, then we should.
And by helping them, we may indeed be answering some questions of our own. And he turns back and sort of smiles. I believe we may be able to offer our assistance. I can offer you no promises, but what I can assure you is that we will do our best to resolve not only our challenges, but your own. I am expecting that the Band of Blades, based on your description and based on our encounters with those that have met them, are unlikely to be receptive to negotiation. If you have any information, if you have any insights that may benefit us into the way they operate, or any advantages we may procure, I would be very much all ears.
You see she's visibly pleased, and there are general murmurings around the camp of assent that you have offered this help so willingly. And she looks at you dead in the eye. She says, Lupin, you seem to me to be an honorable man. You have come in our greatest time of need. The Shoanti thank you. I am personally frustrated and shamed that we were unable to hold the stairs and so easily routed. I do not believe the mercenaries will listen to reason or depart peacefully. So a show of force, and certainly a show of force against their leader, might be the only way to get them to depart. They are positioned in 2 key areas. There appears to be a giant and a dwarf among with guards on the closest entrance, the foot of the stairs, but at the top of the stairs are guarded by powerful-looking harpies. I must tell you that if and when you begin your assault on the stairs, my scouts and I intend to break camp, and we shall return to the Quaz Heartlands in the plains to the southwest. I shall report this development to our leaders, but it would take several weeks, and we will not be able to send you reinforcements.
That is noted and appreciated. Okay, so we're dealing with harpies, stone giant, and some dwarves.
Oh my.
Yes.
We offer them no threat, so they seem to tolerate us being here. But we have seen, unfortunately, some of my scouts when trying to find a potential way to reclaim the stairs. They are willing to murder anyone that's not willing to pay the tolls. Be careful.
Who's the one collecting the tolls? The giant, or...?
It appears there is a giant dwarf and at least 3 or 4 guards that guard the main foot of the stairs.
A giant dwarf?
A giant dwarf or a giant, a dwarf?
Listen, you idiot.
A giant dwarf like Malachi.
Dwarf giant.
Yes.
Unlike the world has ever seen. A giant bred with a dwarf. And look at their baby, it is a regular-sized human.
Is it let's be honest, if this is a giant-sized dwarf, that's fucking scary. Have you seen their arms?
Yes.
that does sound very metal, to be fair.
Wilhelm, I will say I cannot promise you it is not a giant-sized dwarf. But I do know there is one mean dwarf and a rather large stone giant.
Okay. That actually calms me down a bit. Thank you.
You're welcome. Will you break bread with us this evening? The sun draws down.
Of
Yes,
course.
we would be delighted. Thank you.
Gladly.
Give us some time to prepare.
Malachi, can I ask you not to play with the drying hides?
Well, I'm thinking about giving you a little ditty, actually.
A ditty?
Oh no.
A singer, are you? A bard?
That I am.
Do you know any of the great
Tries to be.
Shoanti love songs?
Now you come to mention it, no.
'Tis a great shame.
Are there drums there? He plays on the drums. Is there some drums there?
There is, but the drummer,
Scattered around?
the drummer who has the sticks in his hands asks you to stop smacking on them with your hands.
Oh god.
Okay, so we're going to rest here then for the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to do as part of that evening scene with the Shoanti tribe?
Not tonight. I think there is... I would like to cast an augury before, as we're kind of walking up to the stairs tomorrow. Because I would like to get an impression. I think we all know what the outcome is likely to be, but I think that's what Aaron would do, is want to get a glimpse into the future to see if he can predict how responsive to diplomacy they're going to be.
Anyone else wanting to do anything this evening then?
No, so it's fine. Lupin will be sort of starting his preparations for the next day.
Yeah, Wilhelm would also just kind of try to get a look around of this place and just try to get used to this view and this habitat.
Sure. As you spend the night maybe getting to know some of them, these are clearly intelligent people, but their intelligence lies purely on the land and on their way to control and manipulate it. And you get a great sense of fairness from them, that them losing the Storval stairs is shameful to them, but also they saw it as a great moment of pride within themselves to allow safe passage to travelers and people to go up and down, because these stairs have a long and storied history, and perhaps they share some of those with you over a cup of wine or something. But controlled by giants, there's Rune Lord lore there and stuff. Maybe we can dig into that on a side cast. But yeah, they see that as a great sense of pride, and they're very proud people, but they're also humbled and very grateful that you guys have stepped in and are willing to help them with that.
Nice.
Wouldn't it be so fun for us to just sit there with them and eat their food and then the next day just fuck off?
What's happened to Kimon in the...
Wilhelm's come back with this dishonorable attitude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we
So-
wake up.
New day.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
The sun rises over these rolling grasslands and plains. Storval stairs are still very much 800 to 1,000 feet away from you.
So they are guarding the foot of the stairs, charging for passage, and basically they're being highwaymen.
Yeah, that's absolutely what she's telling you, yes. You can easily see with the naked eye there is a very large barricade across the foot of the stairs, although you can't quite make any details that it is there, and it's clearly being... it's a barricade that's been formed.
Okay. So unless anyone wants to do anything else, then we will start to approach. And as we do so, I would like to cast Augury.
Okay, talk to me about augury.
So this is the spell where I can predict roughly 30 minutes into the future, and the GM will give the best guess as to the following outcomes depending on the flat check. So the results can either be good, bad, or mixed. Or of course, nothing if the flat check fails.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so I've got the remastered version of the spell up. So it is a DC 6.
Except it isn't, because I have the Carnival card.
Okay.
So the DC is reduced by 2.
I will go ahead and roll that flat check for you, Aaron.
Okay, and what I'm looking to find out as he's casting this and trying to peer into the future, unless anyone has any other suggestions, but I think I want to find out as to whether they're going to be responsive. What will be their response to diplomacy?
Sounds good.
Yeah, it works for me.
Okay. Aaron, you peer into yourself, looking for this result. The outcome is mixed.
Ooh. I'm getting strange, conflated feelings. I thought for sure that they would be completely negative to diplomacy, but something tells me there could be a chance we could sway them, but we can't bank on it, so be ready for anything.
Maybe it depends on who we ask. My guess is that the giant might be, nicer than we think. I don't know. Maybe I just like giants.
In that case, you can do the talking.
As if you would dare stand before a giant. It's fine. I'm gonna stand in front. Don't worry.
Well, we've come across some giants before anyway, haven't we? So it's
that's true.
nothing can stand in our way.
Although,
Especially if we go around them.
yeah.
Especially
The
if we
last
go around
ones
them.
we either went around or watched die from a safe distance. But still, I see your point. Yes.
Let me share something interesting. I don't know if you guys knew this. I was reading about giants. That giants, depending on their type, eat the thing that they are kind of associated with. So a stone giant's diet is made up quite heavily of stones and rocks.
Like Gorons from
And a
Legend of
snow or
Zelda.
ice giant would eat a lot of snow and ice as part of their diet. Did you know that?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Aren't
That
there
means
sort
human
of-
giants then, a human.
aren't there like corpse giants or flesh giants or
Yes.
something like that?
Grey tomb,
Plague
tomb,
giants.
grave.
Yeah, the plague giants. Right, the ones that we encountered, right?
You encountered one. You also,
Yeah.
which begs the question, what does a tiger giant eat?
Tigers,
TAI,
obviously.
right? Wasn't it?
Tigers.
Yep.
Tigers.
He obviously
Little giant crumb
eats
for you.
Rocky Blu-rays and DVDs.
Can we just engage? Is it? What's her name? Shadar? Is it? Shaldar.
Clearly, it's Frosty.
Shaldar. Can we just engage and see if she knows anything about the giant that we have seen? That they have seen. Sorry.
Malachi,
Can they sketch it off?
I see you have a question. Your drumming last night was unlike anything we've heard before.
Well, I learned from the best. These giants that you saw were. What did it look like? Could you maybe give me a little sketch, or did they have any defining features that?
The giant
You
I
might know
saw
about?
was female. If I had to guess, I would suggest a stone giant. She was gobbling down
Stone
rocks
giant.
like nobody's business.
She like gobbling rocks. Okay. Wow. Okay, that gives us a little idea. Could I do a little recall knowledge on stone giants, possibly?
Check it. Yep. Society check, please. Secret society check. Malachi, you're not sure at all. Aaron, you're slightly more. In fact, we forgot to do the new recall knowledge rules. You're supposed to ask me a question, but
Oh, sorry.
keeping it old school. Aaron, you are slightly more well informed than Malachi on stone giants. Not really much I can tell you other than that they are big and
eat rocks.
They can hit things very hard.
Incredible insight.
The description does refer to them. The first 4 words are stone giants are stoic.
Hey.
True story.
Let's please head to the stairs.
Right, talk me through the plan.
We are walking to the stairs.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's pretty much it. So as we
And
are,
if they don't let us pass, we're going to fucking kill every single one of them.
Try to make diplomacy work.
yeah,
If not, Q gun.
I
Okay.
think that's To be fair, that's probably about the length and breadth of it. We will approach.
Got it.
I suppose
Not
front
being
on.
stealthy.
Try- yeah.
We're just going to go. Yeah, okay.
Try and talk our way through. If that doesn't work, then we're gonna beat some shit up or die.
We are level 13 badasses.
So as the group are walking, Lupin will be sort of rummaging through various pockets and things like that, and he produces a couple of talismans. Gentlemen, I was working on these last night. Say, I know we don't tend to use these very often, despite the fact I've taken multiple feats to enable us to. I thought that there's a chance that these may be useful in the coming hours. And he hands, firstly, a small emerald grasshopper to Aaron.
Ooh.
Aaron, this is what's known as an emerald grasshopper. It should allow you to, should you activate it, you can leap traveling up to 40 feet horizontally and up to 10 feet vertically. Sounds as though we may be dealing with some individuals you may not wish to be at close range with, and this may allow you a rapid getaway.
Thank you, Mr. Mullis.
And he hands the grasshopper over.
Nice.
The other one is, and I promise you, I haven't just made this up. He hands a tarnished steel pendant over to Wilhelm. Wilhelm,
Yes.
this is a lesser snarling badger.
Yeah.
If you activate this talisman when you are wounded, it will cast heroism on you. We will hope that you don't go down at any point during this battle. If you do, this should hopefully give you a boost.
That sounds very good. I would love to be more heroic.
Indeed, who wouldn't? And he replaces the snarling badger with a blank talisman.
Is it the spell level 3 version?
It is the
Rank.
level 6 item.
Rank.
The rank 6?
The rank 6. So,
Rank 6.
but it doesn't actually specify. But I would presume as it's lesser, it would just cast
If
the
it's not
regular
minor,
level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a +2 to attack rolls, perception checks, saving
I
throws, and
think
skill
it's
checks.
just the unheightened version, so it's just a +1. Sadly,
Oh, okay.
I'm making that assumption. It doesn't specify that it is heightened, so I'm assuming
Oh,
it's
okay.
not.
So if I have the wounded condition.
Yep.
Okay. Right.
So what we're going to do is before we start the fight, we're going to jump you. No, not like that, Aaron.
Kill me. Do it.
Just kick the shit out of Wilhelm so he's got the wounded condition.
Wait, so if I insert my rapier right into this spot, this should hit my liver, right?
So as he hands those over, and he's also visibly got sort of several scrolls bouncing around as well.
Okay. Transactions complete. Bag of hair. Matty, we should probably talk about that. That's what the fans
Bag
want.
of hair gives
Stinking bagging hair.
gives the bag of hair to Wilhelm.
All right.
Oh, there it is.
All the bits done. You're going to approach the staircase. Is that right?
Yes.
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 You make your way over the grasslands towards the imposing Storval stairs. Now, I'm going to have to put you on a new map here. Now, this is going to blow your minds a little bit. So, because of the way the maps work on Foundry and what Paizo provide, I've had to do a little bit of jiggling. But are you ready as you step across the grassy plains towards the barricade at the foot of the stairs? Are you ready for the new map?
Yeah.
Yes, let's go! Come on!
Here you go.
The fact it's taking so long to load is definitely reassuring.
Oh, massive then.
Oh, that looks insane.
My
Can you
PC
see
has
it all?
set on fire.
Yeah.
Really cool, yeah.
Most of it, yeah.
So you are at the very western edge of this map, which is at the bottom of the stairs. The stairs continue up high, 500 feet, going to the right or east of the map. But you will notice that as you approach, a row of boulders and a barricade of logs blocks the western end of this 40-foot wide landing on the stairs. To either side, stone platforms look out over the landing below from a height of 10 feet. Those platforms each have 2 archers with bows drawn upon them. Towering statues of the infamous rune lord Kazug loom just beyond these platforms, while the stairs themselves lead east further upwards to a larger landing. Of course, they are not the only people on the stairs. There is a dwarf who looks like this, carrying a large great sword. Jason, a quick description of him?
That's, I mean, it is a dwarf with a frankly terrifying grin. I mean, that's up there with like Baraka from Mortal Kombat level grin. That really is.
Yeah, that's
sort of
scary.
that's a maniacal expression. That's not
Doesn't
one that reassures me
humanoid.
he's going to be particularly interested in conversation.
And a big buster sword.
Yeah, and a enormous sword that is probably about twice as tall as he is.
Fair description.
Well, they are.
And then sort of lounging, sitting down about 20, 30 feet further up the stairs is a large stone giant. Chris, do you want to describe what she looks like?
She is holding a club that's got spikes on it. Her eyes are white, but probably made of stone, I'm guessing. Or to some degree, wearing leather...
It's a leather thong. It's a
leather thong. Okay, leather thong. And looks rather angry in that picture, not going to lie, or a little bit sort of nonplussed.
She is very impressive, looking quite casual, sitting on the stairs. Yes. Anyone want to comment on the map before we go any further?
I'm going to just take a screenshot.
Good.
A lot of blood.
Yeah, so there is this central platform. Now, obviously, your characters probably can't quite see up there, so they're trying to avoid a little bit of metagaming, bearing in mind that's a considerable height away from you. Theatre of the mind a little bit. But yes, there is evidence of scuffles and blood, even where you stand as you approach the barricade. There is blood, and there are bits of leather and bodies and arrowheads. And as you approach, the dwarf stands up with his massive sword and steps forward. Says, "Well, what have we got here then? Here appear the taller."
Greetings, and Lupin sort of steps up to the edge of the barricade.
Oh, steady there, friend. My archers will put 4 arrows in you quicker than you can see. Storval.
Well, I certainly hope not. We were seeking to pass. We are looking to meet with the Band of Blades.
Why are you looking to meet with the Band of Blades?
Lupin sort of takes a breath. Because we hear they have an interest in Harrow cards.
Did you hear that, Jargaka? Harrow cards! And the stone giant sort of looks around. We don't know nothing about no Harrow cards.
I'm disappointed to hear that, but I believe whoever is in charge here does. They are seeking them. And we know where you can get more.
We ain't interested in no Harrow cards. Would you like to pay the toll, though?
Lupin cocks his head. And how much would that be?
All the 4 guards on the towers above you can hear the bowstrings that are taut with arrows trained on each of you. Well, I wouldn't want to be unfair. The price is 200 gold per person.
Lupin.
You found Jason's one weakness.
I figured, as well I can afford 200 gold, the rest of you don't seem particularly interested in passing, so,
Yeah,
So-
I can as well.
I haven't got any gold. Oh, God.
Lupin sort of turns back to the rest of the party and says, well, I'm sure you'll understand. We need to discuss that. That is, whilst that's a very reasonable price. We are not especially rich people. We are humble adventurers.
The weapons and armor on your bodies doesn't suggest you're that simple. Now, will you be paying in gold or copper?
I kind of want to give him 2,000 copper.
I was just about to say, he said, no wonder they need a giant.
20,000.
Yeah. 80,000 copper pieces. Gentlemen, what do we think? Malachi, Wilhelm, step up here. I can't hear you all the way down there.
Listen, I do have the money, but weren't we going to try talk with them and not just pay the toll?
Were you paying attention? We had a discussion.
Yes, but nothing about, I thought we were going to come here and ask them to, not ask for a toll anymore. I don't know.
I dare say that. I dare say that one's a non-starter, Wilhelm.
What is it you're talking about over there?
Oh, private stuff.
Oh,
Please
yeah.
give us a moment.
I'm afraid my friend here has a bit of a one-track mind. He's got a bit of a crush on your large friend at the back. We're trying to keep his mind on the job at hand.
You hear that, Jurgika? He's got a crush on ya.
Winks.
She winks back.
Are we trying to be diplomatic still?
Yeah, he's sort of whispering my gentlemen. Unless any of you have any ideas, I suspect things may be about to break out. So be ready to duck behind this barricade.
My idea is that they shouldn't be allowed to do this. It's wrong. They shouldn't be allowed to force people from their homes. The tribe took us in. They were hospitable, kind, good people. And these bunch of thieves forced them from their home. We can't just pay the toll.
I'll put you down for a no.
You know what? I think he's right about this.
Lupin,
Agreed.
can I try something?
Yes, of
If it
course.
works.
Yes, please
Just
be
for
my
this
guest.
one time, yes. Just this one.
As long as it doesn't involve any musical notes whatsoever, please be my guest.
Absolutely. Dwarf, what's your name?
You refer to me as Endlaw Kyver.
Enlaw, why do dwarves make the best merchants?
Why do dwarfs make the best merchant? Why do dwarfs make the best? I don't know.
Because your prices are rock bottom, and I want to use Bombot on him.
What has made that even more magical is the sound of wind in the background, and just as that pause after Chris said that, there was like that. Yeah.
Across the steps. Incredible.
That is
So I roll
fail, Malachi.
Oh, damn.
That's the worst joke I've ever heard. Now, will you be paying the 200 gold, or will you be fucking off?
Okay, I want to try and make an impression on him instead.
After a failed bon mot, okay.
Yep.
Go for it.
Okay. Why do dwarves make the best bards?
Why do dwarves make the best bards?
We rock!
Right.
Lupin just sort of closes his eyes and just sighs. Shall we just fight, gentlemen?
Wilhelm is grinning
We don't
so hard.
We don't have to fight. Pay the gold you can pass. I'll have gladly bloody my blade against yous. But you won't win. Look at the blood on the stairs. You've got no chance.
By the way, that's a nice weapon. Did someone from your I don't know, do you come from a tribe or something? Did someone from your tribe make that, or did you get that somewhere special?
No, this sword I forged with my own hands.
That is really good craftsmanship. How would you rate mine? And he carefully pulls the rapier from his side and on both his hands sort of presents it to the guy.
I won't lie, your weapon's so tiny I have to step forward. Let me have a look.
And as the guy walks toward Wilhelm and looks at the rapier, Wilhelm shoots a glance at the others and waits for some sort of nod if that is the way they want to go, because this should be the best chance we have.
Once he's closed into melee range with us.
Yes. And I have drawn my weapon.
It's quite a big barricade.
I was going to say, with a barricade between us and 4 archers, yeah, this is fine. Okay, fuck it. Lupin shoots one of the archers. Yeah! Just fucking do this shit.
Oh, this is something we don't need to do. We could have just
how big is the
bought
barricade?
it.
The barricade's about 5 foot tall, so it's not like
that's
massive.
nothing.
No,
Okay.
it's not. No, it'd be difficult terrain. Sorry.
Okay.
So, Lupin's.
Lupin's just going to draw his gun and shoot at one of the archers, the top left one.
Perfect. Exactly how I wanted this to go. Wilhelm has his weapon drawn.
Despite your very best attempts at diplomacy, I mean, never has there been such diplomacy in all of Galarian to try and attempt to cross it. Lupin draws his guns and shoots. You will roll for initiative next week as the curtain comes down.
Lupin, I love you, man.
Not paying that gold.
You've been listening to Describe Your Kill, The Death of Destiny. Find out more at describeyourkill.com. Thank you to Paizo, Michael Gelfi, Creator Chord, Sirenscape, Kevin McLeod, Foundry, and Sigil Services. Get all the links on our website. This podcast uses trademarks and or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com.